when you drive it, especially if you drive a lot of more refined German cars. This is definitely it needs a lot more, but considering the price that you get it for, you know, what more can you really ask for? And I think the thing to keep in mind is that when you buy this car, you're starting with a platform of a car. So you're almost, you know, you're getting a certain amount of equipment for the price, and then it's kind of up to you to really do something with it, which I think has always been really the appeal of the Mustang, was how tuner friendly it is and how mod friendly it is, where people can just kind of, you know, make it how you want. You want to do, you know, set it up for the drag strip, set it up for the drag strip. You want to set it up for a road course, you know, it can do these things. And it doesn't do them the best, but you can set them up to do them. And I think, you know, that's definitely something to keep in mind. Now, cons of the car, it's kind of outdated with the select for the gears on the stick. It's kind of annoying because when you need a gear really quick, it's hard to find the button. The newer one, of course, has the paddles, which is definitely the better way to do it. But I mean, the noise of the car and what you get, you know, out of the box, this car does perform well. But it does definitely have its deficiencies, suspension being one of them. The fact that, another fact, it is not efficient at all. I've been averaging 15 miles per gallon, and when I first got in it and I had a full tank yesterday, it said my range was like 200 and something, 220 miles, which is nothing, considering that you can get a Mercedes that probably handles better, is just as fast, doesn't have the crazy noises and put the biggest smile on your face, but it's got a range of, you know, 500 miles at least, 400, you know, high 400s, low 500s. So that definitely is where the Mustang falls short. But if there's one thing that this car will do, like I said, it will always put a smile on your face. Doing burnouts, the sound of that engine, and that's a Ford exhaust on it. That's not even an aftermarket exhaust, and it sounds, you know, definitely fills up the cabin with nice noises. So keep in mind, you're buying a car like this, buying this, a Camaro or a Challenger or something in this same category, you're getting a blank slate. You're not getting a car that is refined to the point where it doesn't need anything or needs very little. This car needs, you know, a good amount of work to get it to be competitive with some of the other things that are out on the road. But those other cars that are way more refined are a lot more money. You know, an E-Class coupe or a C-Class coupe, you're spending 50 grand. You know, like let's say a C63 coupe, which would be kind of comparable to this with the V8 AMG. You know, you're spending 60 G's starting on that car. This optioned out with the Recaro seats, which are pretty damn good, and Brembo brakes, you know, only in the front, but Brembo brakes nonetheless. You know, it's like high 30s. So, you know, keep in mind that you're spending half as much for a car. You're not going to get as much, but take the rest of that money that you might have spent on the Mercedes and put it into, you know, getting the car more power, getting the car a way better suspension, better tires, you know, whatever you want to do with it. You know, you have that money in your pocket, or just driving the damn thing. Go to track days. You know, you could track a stock one. It'd be not the smartest thing to do. You might have to do some stuff to it, but you could do it. Do some track days and have some fun. Put a smile on your face. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. There's nothing really more to say. Here's the other thing that really is annoying about the car is the steering wheel. This steering wheel feels like you're holding a rectangular piece of metal.